All right, friends, it's T-Man, and I'm back again with a new video, and it's gonna be on our good friend here, Tanner Shuck. That's right, the exercise, lifting, recruiting, fitness slave himself, bro. Tanner Shuck. So Tanner Shuck says how to gain 10 pounds of muscle ASAP. Here's exactly what I do. All right, I can't wait. I just love these. Oh man, they just try to make you look like, okay, whatever.
Facts. Fitness on YouTube is a show.
Latest science, using the latest exercise science. Exercise scientists.
99% of the creators are taking steroids and then
I will agree with you, but Tanner Shuck to me is a performing slave, bro. Because I just don't understand how performance is going to put on 10 pounds of real muscle, maybe fake, but not real. Why doesn't he tell you what kind of muscle this is?
cheering about hard training and perfect diet. Or if they're not on steroids, they're either lying about it or were never that jacked to begin with.
Yes, I will agree with him on all these points, 100%, yes. Those influencers are fake, and these training things, you don't need any of them, man.
Usually, these guys train like have genetics and love to distract you with.
Yeah, but Tanner Shuck doesn't bodybuild. I don't know what he trains for. Bodybuilding is not a training. It's you build muscle and then you take it to other sports. It's a carryover to every single sport. I don't know what he's talking about.
Science-based bullshit, or the latest training gimmick or trend. So what should you do if you're an average guy that just wants to get jacked without steroids, or listening to these four-eyed pencil neck nerds? That's why.
You want to know what to do? Do eccentric overload exercise. Do eccentric exercise. That's what. That's my recommendation, okay? Bodybuild eccentrically. Okay, dude? And end of story. There's nothing else to say there. I'm done. This video's over.
And if you're new to my channel, I'm Tanner Shuck. Okay. I'm a lifetime natural lifter with over 20 years of experience, and I practice what I preach. And if I was some pencil neck and had to gain 10 pounds of muscle...
He shows you when he's all pumped up there and everything. He goes like this. He's all pumped up, and he's like, I know he has, I don't know how low his body fat is. It's because he's consistently lifting in the gym over and over and over again. He's got low body fat. It's not super low, but it's low enough. And then he gets all sweaty, and then, I don't know, he gets pumped, and then he's like, look at me. This is what he really looks like in this shirt. How big do you think that shirt is he's wearing? How big do you think his arms are? How big do you think he is? See what I mean? You see how these people try to impress you? They're really not that big. Weigh him, so let him weigh himself on the scale. How much does he weigh?
ASAP, so I could finally lose my virginity, I'd focus on two things: lifting heavy with the best exercises and eating the most anabolic food.
Lifting heavy with the two best exercises and eating food that's anabolic. Well, we know animal foods are anabolic. And lifting heavy what? Concentrically or eccentrically? Eccentrically is always going to be superior to concentric.
It's possible. Nothing else.
It's more taxing. It's more difficult. It's hard. A lot of people, they don't want to do it, okay? They want to do what's comfortable, concentric lifting, because it's based on performance and endurance.
This matters. Remember, you don't need steroids, and you definitely don't need to worry about science. The first thing you need to do, focus on barbell training.
No, focus on eccentric exercise. I don't know which eccentric you want to do. Do you want to do an overworking of that muscle full range eccentrically to get this eccentric to come back to damage the muscle fibers? Or do you want to do eccentric overloads? Or do you just want to do pure eccentrics? I don't know what you want to do, but I just will recommend you do eccentric exercise. That's all, okay? And get those muscles to damage, and then increase the myofibulars, okay? Get more myofibulars, some mass, whatever. You get the picture, bro. Get stronger. Get bigger, you get stronger. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else.
Number one is the back squat. It's the king of all lifts.
It is.
Most people skip squats or do them wrong. And remember, most people are pussies that
But that's a concentric squat. That's not an eccentric squat he did there. That's a pussy squat.
From vaginitis, and it shows. Chicken legs, no.
He's one to talk. That's a pussy squat.
Power, no presence. They are losers. Every time I go into the gym, I see these guys. It's freaking Monday, and here they are already training chest or biceps, skipping leg day. Monday is leg day. Monday is the greatest day of the week. The moment you commit to squatting every single week will be the moment your life will change forever. Your legs will blow up. Your core...
Yeah, but look how far he went down. That's not a full concentric. You see, This is where they're performing. They put on all this weight and they try to fool you into believing, look how strong I am, I could do all this. But the moment he goes down all the way and that ass to grass, bro, I'm telling you, that weight ain't going back up anymore.
Will get thick and dense. Your arms, back, and shoulders will even get bigger. Why?
That's
Squats
you
for
see that? That's concentric. Everybody knows. He bent forward and his butt stuck out and he bounced back up. He went down halfway.
your entire body to grow. They hit your legs, core, back, and even your...
Right there. Did his ass go to grass? Why is his back bent? Why isn't it straight, going straight down? Want to know why? Because this isn't eccentric. This is concentric lifting. This is performance, showing off, ego lifting, whatever you want to call it.
Upper body through stabilization. More muscle, more...
It's phony. A lot of people press weights off their chest. They press, bounce, throw. They do these concentric squats. Everything is phony. The lifting is phony. You want to know why? Because they're weak. Because here's the thing. An all-around lifter should be strong concentrically. I'm not saying you shouldn't be, but you should be very strong eccentrically, and you will be strong concentrically. Do you understand me? So you should be all-around strong, eccentrically and concentrically. But this guy, he's not, okay? And there's many people like that in the gym. They are not strong eccentrically at all whatsoever. They're good at concentric, but they're weak eccentrically, and therefore they have no muscle, and they're weak eccentrically. That's it. That's all I have to tell you. That's all I have to say.
Strength, more testosterone. This is the lift that separates the men from...
No, you get more testosterone in the eccentric. It goes sky high through the roof. Protein synthesis is extended. Blood levels are elevated until this process of the repair and remodeling is done by the end of the week.
The boys. And if you purposely avoid squats because they're hard, I don't like you. Number 2 is the deadlift. It's the ultimate back builder.
Yeah, the deadlift is the ultimate back builder. I don't know that. Is it? Not necessarily. It is if it's bodybuilding, if it's a bodybuilding deadlift. But this is powerlifting. He's doing powerlifting. A lot of people do that. I don't know what he's doing here. I have to see.
Weak grip, weak back, weak...
There you go. He dropped it. So that's concentric, man. Come on, man. If he tried to lower that, his back would go out because he's weak.
Body, fix that with the...
How could you lift a heavy weight consistently going higher and higher concentrically, but then when you get so high, if you were to go with the weight down, you could break your back. You could bust yourself in half because you didn't grow with the weight. The whole purpose is to grow with the weights, but you're not growing. You're just, I don't know, bro. You're doing nervous system strength concentrically. It's crazy.
Deadlift. Have you ever seen a dude who can pull 500 pounds that looks small? Nope.
Have I ever seen a guy that could pull 500 pounds that was small? Yeah, ants can lift 10 times their body weight, but their body is 75% muscle.
And you never will because they don't exist. Heavy deadlifts packed on slabs of...
Yeah, they can still lift heavy, but concentrically if they keep practicing. Small people, I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
Muscle to your traps, lats, hamstrings, and core. I went from...
Have you seen anybody lower 1,000-pound deadlift really slow, like lower it instead of dropping it? Have you ever seen that? No, you want to know why? Because they're not strong at doing that. Because if they did, they'd end up in the hospital.
405 deadlift to a 6.
And anybody that did start to lower it and did try to control it and they were weak on that heavy, they either snapped their bicep or their shoulder, chest muscles or whatever. Went all right off the bone, okay? That's what usually happens.
So 5 deadlift, and I gained more muscle in a...
Look at him. He's like, You didn't gain any muscle. You're a concentric lifter. You're lying. You didn't gain any muscle. He's lying to you. Look at him in the shirt, bro. He didn't gain any muscle.
Year than I had the previous 3.
That's a lie because concentric exercise is associated with a loss of the sarcomere in series, bro. They shorten.
Pull heavy, your entire body grows. It's literally that simple. Nothing built...
You lift heavy and your body grows. How does it grow from lifting concentrically heavy? What the hell is he talking about?
Real world strength faster than a deadlift. Now, every dude wants a bigger chest, right?
Yeah.
The problem is, most of you train it wrong. If you want upper body dominance, then bench more. When I was playing college football, I was benching 350 and I
disagree
weighed
there.
230 pounds. Then I got distracted with bodybuilding bullshit like dumbbell flies, cables, and chasing the pump. Once I finally came back to my senses and started benching heavy again,
You are chasing the pump because you were not overloading on the cables, bro. You treat it like accessory work. It's made for eccentric exercise, not concentric, not powerlifting. Let me explain something to you, buddy. The reason why there's so many weights on there, nobody uses them because it was exclusively for eccentric exercise. Bodybuilding is eccentric based on eccentric exercise. But you're not doing that. You're doing powerlifting with these little weights, flying them. What the fuck, bro? I don't know what you're doing there. I don't care
with full
anyway.
range, guess what? My chest actually started growing again, along with my shoulders, triceps,
Man, your chest adapted years ago. You have a flat chest. What are you talking about?
and my overall pressing strength went up too. If you want a thick, powerful upper
The only thing that went up was your concentric lifts. That's all, and that's kind of normal because that's based on an adaptation as well. Look, if you, how do you adapt to concentric lifting heavier? You get more of these sarcomere number and muscle fibers. That's how it does it, and you get more of these motor units, more force production, a bunch of stuff. So you get even astronomically stronger. Why? Because you can lift heavier eccentrically. So all those things that you did on the cable, they're too light. But what if you do the whole stack for your shoulders, for everything, for your arms? You stack them up like 400 pounds, whatever is there. I don't know, 400 or 500. And you do them. Guess what? You're going to get massive if you do it eccentrically. If you stop using your arms rowing and start using your back, you're going to get massive, bro. You're going to get super strong. You understand me? But you're adapted to all your eccentrics. You're not even doing eccentrics. It doesn't really matter. That's why you're so small and weak. Look at you. You're frail and weak. Your face is aging. It's drooping. It's drooping.
body, you need to bench heavy and often. Don't overthink it.
I love this one. You have to bench heavy and often. If I come every day to the gym and I bench press, my eccentric will be adapted. So the only thing I'll do is get better at bench pressing concentrically. See what I mean? And then we're going to say, oh, well, my chest grew. It didn't grow because it didn't grow any myofibrillars, any muscle. What it grew was the sarcoplasm because you kept coming in every day. That's based on endurance. See, what do long distance runners do? They run long distance. What do they get? It's endurance. And what do? They load glycogen. See what I mean? So you're opening a window for glycogen synthesis. You understand me? The whole breakdown in protein, that it's not doing anything anymore there. You don't have any additional nuclei or fibers or anything where you're synthesizing any more proteins. You understand me? You understand it? But I don't even know if people understand what these contractile proteins are. What are these contractile? Listen to the word. Contractile proteins. What are they? Sarcomere in series, a number in parallel. Myofibrillar growth. Hello. You understand me, man? The nuclei, they just mass up the cells themselves. But they can mass up through glycogen. You understand me? A phony route. You understand me? What he's doing, because it's endurance and it's performance and endurance. So we can all get good at lifting concentrically. Let's all go to the gym every day. Let's go twice a day. How about twice a day? Yeah, we could do that too. Let's go twice a day and lift. See how good we get as a bunch of lifting monkeys in the gym, lifting concentrically, not going anywhere. And then we have to maintain that by keep coming into the gym forever. Christ.
Now, I'll also tell you, big shoulders equal instant alpha presence. So should you start spamming hundreds of dumbbell lateral raises with baby weights?
It does. Listen to what he says. With baby weights, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Why are you doing baby weights? Lift fucking eccentrically, and they'll fucking grow. Get it? But if you keep pumping them, I'm walking around with a bag of water in my body. My muscles are filled with bags of water all over the place. See what I mean? You're not strong on the eccentric. And if you're not strong on the eccentric, that means you are not physically strong in the physical world. You understand me? You're just good at lifting concentrically. End of story.
You need to overhead press. That's the secret to wide shoulders. Nothing makes you look more powerful than a set of calf delts. But don't be fooled. All these bodybuilders with huge shoulders that you see doing a bunch of lightweight lateral raises didn't grow their shoulders from doing all that bullshit. Their shoulders grew from all the drugs they're doing. And when I started pressing heavy overhead often,
I don't know these steroid people. They can lift astronomically heavy. They're taking steroids. That's what they do. It enhances your performance to lift heavy. It's a hormone, duh.
Pussy ass shoulders finally started growing. And not only that, my triceps and core got significantly stronger. Bottom line, if you can press your body weight overhead, you're a different breed. And trust me, your physique will show it. Now, a thick, powerful back is the tail.
That's a lie. Your physique won't show it. Just because you could press something over your head, your body weight, it's not going to show it. That's a lie, man. He's lying. Unless you grew with the weight eccentrically when you were lifting it to get there. Maybe you got some growth. I don't know how much. I can't tell you for sure. See what I can't measure that.
Tell sign of a serious lifter. And most dudes train their back like an afterthought. So what should you do? Heavy ass bent over barbell rows. That's the key to a thick back.
Yeah, but not with your arms. Man, he's using all your arms. It's concentric. If it's light enough to lift with your arms, it's concentric. It has to be heavy enough where your arm can't bend. In other words, only your back can row it.
I used to think pull-ups were enough until I started rowing heavy. Once I committed to barbell rows, my lats, traps, and rear delts blew up. Suddenly, I looked bigger from every angle.
Yeah, they blew up. Man, he eats carbs. They blew up through the sarcoplasm. That's what happened.
Just know this. Heavy rows equal more size, more power in a physique that screams strength.
Yeah, it would. If you keep coming in, you can increase the sarcoplasm, the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Look at PubMed. I brought it up so many times. Man, after a 6-week period, they came in. What was it attributed to? Their gains, high volume. This is what he does, high volume. Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, get it? Because you're adapted to your exercises. So it becomes endurance and performance. Real bodybuilding is not based on endurance or fucking performance. It compromises performance. So it cannot be a sport, you yo-yo. Bodybuilding is not a sport. It's a carryover to every sport, but it itself is not a sport.
So now that we've covered the most anabolic exercises, we have to cover the most anabolic foods. You can train like a beast, but if you're eating like a bird, you're wasting your time. Here's the top 5 foods I'd eat every single day to gain 10 pounds of muscle ASAP. If you want to build serious muscle, then eat more red meat because steak is the king.
You're not going to build any muscle if there's nothing there to build. You understand me? When you have a property, when there's a house there and you crash that house down, well, now there's something you can build on that lot because you crashed the house down. Now you can build a new house, a better one, a stronger one, a bigger one.
Of all foods. Back when I was struggling to gain size, I was eating chicken and broccoli like every other.
Listen to what he says. When I was struggling to gain size, are you trying to gain size? Or are you trying to build muscle? See what I mean? Gaining size can mean anything. I could get fat, bulk, get fat. You gain size. Did you gain size when you got fat? Yeah.
Other juiced up fitness influencer told me to. Then I started eating steak every day. And within months, my strength skyrocketed, my muscles filled out, and I stopped feeling.
Yeah, but he still eats carbs. He eats carbs. Never mind the broccoli. He eats carbs.
Feeling drained all the time. I legitimately eat red meat.
And he lifts often, so that obviously is going to give you an appearance of that you have low body fat. So low body fat, and you keep eating carbohydrates, so it's going to keep you in a pumped state
every single night for dinner. And guess what? I have the physique to prove it.
Spaghetti, bro. It's a carb. It's a heavy carb.
It's packed with protein, iron, and creatine.
Yeah,
everything your muscles crave. So if you want to get big, eat more steak. Now,
not if you don't have these additional nuclei, you're not going to build anything.
Rocky and the Hulkster could chug raw eggs. You can at least eat them cooked because eggs are nature's perfect protein. For years, people were scared of eggs because of the cholesterol nonsense, but the old school bodybuilders had it right. Once I started eating 10 to 15 whole eggs a day, my recovery improved, my lifts went up, and I got stronger and thicker. Eggs have everything: protein, healthy fats, and essential vitamins. Whole eggs, not just egg whites. Real muscle needs real nutrition. Now, Want to know the secret for putting on serious mass?
Yeah.
It's high quality dairy. So if you think milk is just for kids, think again. When I was pushing to gain weight, I went all in on dairy. Greek yogurt, milk, cheese, and my digestion stayed
Yeah, that cheese and all that dairy. You're just gaining weight. He's just gaining weight. He's not building any muscle.
solid. My muscles stayed full and I was constantly in an anabolic state. Milk, Greek yogurt, and cheese are anabolic
Yeah, you could be in an anabolic state, but without additional nuclei, you cannot synthesize any more protein, bro. Get it?
gold mines. Dairy is nutrient dense
Whatever.
and easy to consume in large quantities. Casein for slow digesting protein and whey for fast recovery. Old school lifters knew what they were doing. Go mad. The gallon of milk a day was
In other words, no myofibulars, no growth, no contractile protein.
no joke. That shit works.
That's sugar.
Want to know the
That's sugar in their chocolate.
perfect carb for gains?
Yeah,
It's
what?
white rice.
What's the, oh my God, what is the perfect carb for gains? White rice with arsenic. So I want to eat arsenic and I want to get healthy. So I want to go to the gym and I want to promote health. So I want to eat arsenic? You're crazy, man. Over time, this is going to shorten your lifespan. It's going to age you. It's going to make you look horrendous. It's going to cause damage to your DNA, a bunch of stuff, bro. It's going to become epigenetic.
So if you're feeling tired or weak, you're not eating enough carbs. For
What
a
did I
while,
tell you? He eats slave food, carbs, bro. You understand me? Look, the only carb I would recommend, and this is only an eccentric exercise, it would be a complex carb like potatoes. But it's not something you go crazy with. It's just to make space for the sarcomeres. That's it. That's it, man. And then once you build relatively enough muscle, you stop for a while. You go on. You stop the carbs, man. You understand me? You eat animal fat.
I bought into the low carb nonsense. My training suffered, I felt flat, and my recovery was
Sure.
garbage.
Eat animal
When I
fat.
reintroduced white rice into every meal, instantly my energy returned, my pumps got insane, and my progress
Yeah, his pumps got insane. His progress got better. Want to know why? Because he's a performing endurance slave. That's why it went up.
took off. You
Sure.
need fast digesting carbs.
But it crashes. You goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. It's not a steady type of what do you call it? Energy like animal fat.
That fuel intense training and recovery. Bodybuilders eat it for a reason.
Recovery.
It works.
Yeah.
And lastly,
Not growth, but recovery, right? Okay. In his case, only recovery because he's a lifting slave.
potatoes, the staple food
Yes,
for lean
potatoes are
bulking.
good.
Are you bulking on junk food? That's how you get fat, not jacked. When I was young and dumb, I thought bulking meant
Okay, that I will agree with him. This bulking, eating fake food, yeah, definitely getting fat. It's not stupid.
eating anything in sight. Burgers, fries, and all that bullshit.
Sure.
I got soft, not strong. Then I switched to potatoes. Baked, mashed, roasted, sweet potatoes, or white potatoes. The result? More energy, better digestion, and lean muscle gains without feeling or looking like a fat sack of shit.
Yeah, but it too can give you an inflammatory response in your stomach. It'll bloat because there's oxalates in there, man. It's not something that you should be eating as a human, really. You're just using it for a certain purpose if you know what you're doing with it. You have to be very careful with that.
Potatoes are loaded with carbs, fiber, and micronutrients. Plus, they keep you full without bloating you up like garbage processed food. And that's really it. So if I had to gain 10 pounds of muscle as soon as possible, I'd train heavy with these 5 anabolic lifts and fuel my body with these 5 anabolic foods. No gimmicks.
I wouldn't do any of that. If I wanted to gain that muscle as quick as possible, eccentric overloads, then I would stick to eccentric overload, supramaximal eccentric overload, and I would eat a lot of fish, a lot of omega-3, a lot of rare beef. Eggs too are really good. Any animal products, organs, and things like that. Making yourself soups for boiling down these bones with some skin or beef, and making collagen soups, bro. That's it. You understand me? And maybe if you need it for the damaging part to make room for the sarcomeres, you can add some potato, complex carbohydrate, okay? And you need a lot of animal fat. You can grind it up, make some beef, whatever, put animal fat, eat more of that. That helps too as well. And you can put butter in the complex carbohydrate with the potato. You can mix it so you get more animal fat through butter. That's it. And as far as milk, if you can get raw milk, get that. If you can't, then get ultra filtered milk, okay? That will help.
No distractions, just results. And if you want a custom training program and
And kefir is really good because it has these good bacteria. Kefir is amazing. Okay.
nutrition plan designed specifically for you, sign up for my one-to-one custom coaching. I'll put that link here next to my head. Also, if this video helped you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And go ahead and watch whichever video of mine YouTube recommends here next.
Yeah. I don't want to be a lifting slave, a gym lifting, recruiting, whatever you want to call it, endurance performing slave. I'll see you in the next one, man. Tell us what you think about the like, subscribe, support the channel. That guy's funny.